trying to slow things down again. A little balance between the aggressiveness coming from Skywrath as well as, well, Overgrowth into Mystic Flare is a nice little combo as well.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Keen Gaming's turn to pick Lena. Radiant team pick.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the fact that you've got the Treant Protector now, you just pop that living armor on, and you know, you kind of want the ability to jump around in these team fights as the Spectre, you know, not immediately revealing which Haunt Illusion you are, but honestly, it's at that stage where you're just like, well, we don't really care if they know who we are. We should be able to do a decent job. Batrider might hinder that a little bit. You've still got the no clip from the Spectre being able to run over areas and escape where you might not be able to previously.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Skywrath damage.
Radiant team back. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
I don't know, that plus 60 damage on the Whip Doctor's pretty spicy at level 10. Witch Doctor, let's do it.
Let's go, boys. That's how you survive. You get the mid Witch Doctor, you get to the maxed out Voodoo nice and early. You're set. Okay, so Void is the pick for SAG, and oh god. Oh, loud.
Not again.
It's Broodmother again.
Not as scary of a set this time to be coming up against, but
no. Yeah, the like jungle, the like ancient ruins.
The Aztec.
Yeah. That's something else, but. Okay, so the Faceless Void, you know, certainly decent against the Spectre. Maybe a little bit annoying to play against the Skywrath Mage. Kind of goes both ways. If you get the time dilation on him, then Skywrath is annoyed. But if you get silenced as the Void, then good luck to you. So, what can they do about this Broodmother now? I think Lena is okay for a little bit. Yeah, Lena's alright for a little bit, but then... after that, it might be a little bit nasty. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah, it's gonna. These casks are gonna suck if you have the spiderlings.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the paralyzing cast not gonna do anything. And my big problem for SAG is that the only way that they really scout a fight is if like the Clinks runs up invis and sees somebody, and then they can use the lasso or the Void can jump in for a chrono. It's just not easy to structure your fight because you don't have anyone who can survive and like take a few hits and then get out. So you don't have anyone that can provide vision for your vision consumers. Maybe the way to play this is the Batrider can just tank up.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go about it. You know, maybe we might see him going into drums really early on. You know, boots, windlace, drums, then finish up the boots of travel, and then go into Blink Dagger after that. And I think the way that they might be able to try and structure these team fights is once he's got at least a couple of those early items, you obviously get the movement speed from the Firefly. Have him scout out, try and get one of these pickoffs. Have the Clinks wrap around and try and get on the back and drop the Burning Armies. So you're kind of forced to fight into the Batrider and then hope that you can get a decent Chronosphere off as a result of that. But that's a lot of things having to go right in a team fight.
Yeah, I have seen people go Vanguard before on Batrider. I don't think it's going to happen here, but if they do just desperately want to tank up, there is kind of that possibility.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, the lockdown for the Brood is just a little bit limited this game. But this top lane is a pretty good pressure lane. The Clinks plus the Batrider should be able to harass down the Spectre quite a lot. So I don't think the Spectre's going to have that good of an early game. Fantasy just punching on here, and yeah, Felix going to be the target. They do get the point up in the leech seat now, heading back over to OP God. Erica gets it, and Keen Gaming getting out of there. They will get 3 bounties to start.
Nice way to start. Having to go into the leech seat is a bit of a not a grief, but if it's going to secure bounties for everyone on the team, I suppose it's fine. You obviously want to run over that mid lane as quickly as possible. That's just going to assist Broodmother. Blood Mother?
Yeah, we can go with that.
Yeah.
Oh. Did he just get in the stun? Level 1. I don't think there's going to be anything too interesting happening here for a little bit. Top lane's maybe the lane to kind of watch. Fantasy already getting stacked up a little bit. Felix just going in with the Searing Arrows, really putting in a lot of harassment. Fantasy really wanted that deny. I think that might cost him his life here. I mean, the stick charges are going to save him a little bit, but Felix is going to be pretty happy with that start. He's even got the Blightstone picked up, so he's just doing an insane amount of damage with these clicks.
7 stacks at this stage of the game, that's always going to do it to you, and only the 1 base armor, so various position to be in, especially against, as you said, the Blightstone. Red Panda's been doing a good job at harassing in this bottom side, giving as much farm as he can to God King, but a bit concerned about this. Skyrath is going to be able to dodge it out a little bit, but the pull's getting pulled through. He actually tried for a cool little play where he used the cask on the Skyrath when he was next to the neutral camp while it was still in fog.
Okay.
Try and get the bounces off.
So far, DD doing quite well at mid. Actually, Blood only has 1 CS. And is he dead? Hello? DD's still chasing him.
Last on net worth as well, by the way.
What is he going to do with his webs? Alright, he doesn't want to put another one down. He's just TPing back to the lane. Oh, alright. Okay, well, that's...
Double stun on the bot side. They're going in onto Red Panda here.
Oh, more touch from Jafu. Don't even need it. Just going to be a support for support trade. Man, the support, I was just thinking watching the Clinks at top, the position 4 meta currently really is just like
aggression.
Really annoying heroes.
Yeah,
lots of, I don't know about that dagger. I think they could have maybe put a bit more damage onto Felix. I don't know if they would have gotten the kill, but I think Erica just trying to secure a creep instead. But yeah, all of the like position 4 Clinks, position 4 Lena, position 4 Pugna. It's just like
Skyrath.
Yeah, Skyrath, Phoenix. Just like what are the most annoying lane-winning heroes you can...
We've seen some Luna position 4 as well.
Yeah. Well, Fantasy really getting up in Felix's face here. It does take a few more stacks and needs to retreat, but doing a pretty good job of creating space for his Spectre up here. It needs to be said. How's mid lane going now? Well, 5 CS for Blood. But yeah, DD really doing quite well. Needs to get some items shipped out in a second. Actually able to straight rush the bottle now. That's pretty nice for him.
I mean, he's a full level ahead, so he's been doing a great job here trying to harass down these... I mean, that needs to be taken into account as well, right? The last hits from the Spiderlings. They're not really worth the same amount.
Yeah, that is a very good point. But man, if DD gets this 4-minute rune as well, he's actually going to be staying in this lane for quite a while. The other thing, actually, did the Spiderites have a significantly different HP pool to the Spiderlings?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you need to be splitting off your Spiderites and...
He has been a little bit.
Not just letting them get them nuked down.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. I wonder if he's going to place maybe one spider. Yeah, here we go. Spiderling towards the bottom room just to be able to deny it out.
Well, potentially, we'll see. Ooh, is it even going to spawn bot? No, bad luck. Now Blood just heads up to grab that double damage. That's going to be pretty nice for him. Down bottom, Jafu very low. He's going to tick out to the Maledict. And Red Panda still surviving for a little bit. YDS trying to finish him off. Auto attack, Ancient Seal. Is that enough? Witch Doctor's a tanky guy. And takes the salve just to keep him alive there. YDS' his courier ends up dying. And now faces Void chasing after him. First hit bash. Time walk coming up in a second. Does he even need it? The bounce back off of the creep camp. And Red Panda gets the last laugh as he's the one grabbing that kill. This Blood.
And Blood just continuing to take this harass.
Very low. Well,
lucky enough that no mana was what did him in that time. DD, he's going for the aggressive bounty rune snatch. Now as much away from Keen Gaming as possible.
Yeah, dang. And really not going to be any punish for this. Could this be 4 for SAG?
It's looking like it.
It does kind of look like it at the moment, yeah. OP bottling one up. Oh, Bud, gotta be careful standing there, Bud. DD could have maybe opted for the stun first, but just trying to nuke down the camp.
That really sucks for the Batrider getting his courier with the boots on it killed.
Oh,
you need that. Need to be able to chase down the Spectre early on into the game. You know, she's always going to have that global presence, especially when you've got, as we get later on, the supports start getting their ultimates up. That Skywrath Overgrowth combo.
So how are you feeling about this game at the moment? Even though the Broodmother's not doing so great, I feel like I still kind of believe in the Spectre. Maybe that's a little bit misplaced. I'm not sure. I guess the Lina is having quite a good game. The Void also getting really good farm. So Jafu getting going on again at bottom. Red Panda pretty tanky, able to fight back. They do lose the Brood at mid. Oh no, getting Laguna Blades down.
And with the rotation through, didn't actually get any damage off, it seems, with the Clinks. Otherwise, he would have got that +5 damage from the Death Pact. So
yeah, I don't even know if he ended up being necessary for that kill.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it's looking okay for Sparking Arrow as well, right? Because this is a really aggressive lane, like we've been saying. Oh, top side.
Yeah, they're going. Erica did not want to commit with 5 sticky stacks on him, so just going to be able to walk away. Felix coming up here now, but the Batrider's already TP'd out of the lane, so no real potential up here. And Blood just still continuing to dodge stuns at mid lane. But
this level of aggression and harass on the bot side with the Centaur. Like,
oh, Felix, is he dead? Oh, that's nice.
Dead. Nice deep Sentry Ward going down there. I mean, you'd never want to be really any sort of melee hero into a Centaur, right? It just opens it up for turnarounds, and then a Skywrath, of course, able to dish out a lot of damage as well. So the fact that he's top of the net worth charts is really impressive.
Yeah, he's doing quite well. I think the Witch Doctor just turned out to be kind of the right hero to have in the situation as well. The Maledict certainly really good at bringing down these tankier cores.
They're going for a kill here on Erica.
Yeah, can they get the bounce back? They did manage to hit the Maledict, so still continuing the chase. Fantasy coming in, looking for the turnaround, and OP got a little bit stuck under this tower as YDS also comes TPing in. He's still tanking for a little bit more. Fantasy really wants this kill, but has to back down in the end. As Felix, can he finish anything off? Erica just standing his ground. It's going to end up being a 1-for-1. Red Panda still auto-attacking. He's got the creeps on his side. Fantasy going to come back around now.
He's got the Maledict.
The grasp and the heal. Red Panda with the Maledict. Could turn this into a little bit of a trade, perhaps. Fantasy with the stick charge. I don't think those are going to keep him alive. He's still healing. Trying for the TP out, but this... Okay, he makes it.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay, so just the 1-for-1 in the end. The Spectre going down for the Clinks. Broodmother scurrying for the rune.
Batrider only just getting away as well. He had to pop a tango in the trees, got down to 5 HP. So playing with fire on both of these sides. You know, Red Panda so close to dying as well, forcing out the TP. It's the kind of thing, right, where you need to make that choice, right? Is it worth you? DD, he's copping a lot here, and Blood, he's forced him out of the lane. Is anyone rotating through towards the mid side? And even if they do, like this Clinks is starting the movement here, can he do anything against all these spiders? Not really.
No. So even with the terrible start, it seems like Blood's starting to take over this game a little bit. Going to bring down the tier 1 mid. That should open him up to be playing more aggressively, start taking away these camps, and really just be a nuisance. It would be great if they could rotate in the Void with the Chrono to get a kill on the Broodmother, but it's a pretty big investment.
That's what he's looking to do.
Yeah, Blood just over in the camp. Void moves a little bit forward. They will just catch the Chrono. They've got the Laguna, they've got the auto attacks. No way out for Blood, it seems, even with the Stampede. And in the backlines, DD getting gone on a little bit by these spiders. They're not on a web. Erica jumping in, Red Panda not dead just yet. And now they get the lasso onto the Spectre. It in just a little bit too deep. And Sparking Arrow more than happy to take the bonus kill. Fantasy also on the backlines. I don't think there's any way that he gets this Lina. He's going to get auto attack down. A couple of uphill misses from Felix perhaps, but ends up being a 3-for-1 on the mid lane.
And there's those death pact damage instances.
Yeah.
Plus 20 now.
That's pretty nasty. And he's starting to get the points up in the Skeleton Walk, so...
I'm liking this movement from Felix as well. Can he get to the outpost in time? I think he'll just be a little bit slow there.
Yeah.
Before the 10-minute mark. Although, if OP God touches it, maybe it'll be quick enough.
Nah.
I think he could have. I think if he fireflied,
yeah,
he would have had the
he
extra
could have maybe
speed.
as well. I'm with you there. But actually, yeah, and that would have been experience for them, right? Because they didn't have the bottom one. What's happening over here? Fantasy getting gone on. DD getting chased down by some illusions, but he's going to be okay. Blood coming over, sacrificing the web positioning a little bit to try for this, but they do get the first stun. And with the Maledict in the Laguna, I think he's actually in a little bit of danger. But they still chase down the Lina kill. Does have a little bit of region helping him out. He scales up the insatiable hunger now. Felix is hunting. Red Panda forced to just TP out. Do they have any detection for this Clinks? Doesn't seem like they really know that he's here.
He's hungry though. Tell.
Yeah, he's looking at the support. The Spectre just in the river farming up a couple of stray creeps.
Because, you know, why not? I mean, could that have been the difference? You know, that Clink's just at level 5.5. If he had that outpost experience, he was, what, 150 short? So still would have been a little bit short.
Yeah.
But,
and people don't typically get the Burning Army at 6 anyway.
I mean, he might
still
have...
sucks so much now.
He might have held the point, you know, just to see if a big team fight broke out.
Okay, they've got a Chrono in 25.
Jaffo's probably dead here unless
he's gonna Stampede. I think he might be alright. There's not gonna be a bounce. Can they hit the Maledict? I don't think so. So he heads into the tree line.
Doesn't TP.
Just gonna keep on running.
Alright.
Yeah, he's good. You have the maxed out Maledict already on Red Panda, so pretty nasty for the Centaur and the Spectre this game to have to deal with that. Erica just going to be going for a Manta style. DD, is he going Yules or is he going Aether Lens? Maybe just, I think probably just the Yules, right?
On
the Lina? Yeah.
Yeah, seems pretty standard. I'm gonna see what neutral items they have so far on them. Just, I mean, it seems reasonable for him to get the broom handle instead of the void, I guess. Just thinking like the +3 armor. He's like, please, spiderlings, don't kill me so easily.
Yeah. What's the Brood going for anyway? Actually, just kind of a diffusal rush at the moment, it looks like. Felix scouting around at the mid lane. They do get the first stun out onto YDS. Just gonna try and juke this one out. Fantasy does have the 1 point in the living armor, but just wants to run forward and chase after Felix. He gets the dust off the Haunt coming through now. Alright, secondary dust. Don't see any way out for Felix. Blood once again spawning up these webs just to continue going for these chases. So he really has been moving the webs around a lot, but still has a few charges. So should be okay.
It's looking pretty useful for him. He's getting closer and closer towards that diffuser blade like we were mentioning, and you know, with that and all of the spiders that he's going to have roaming around, talking about before, Witch Doctor's complete food, should just continue to carry around this dust, or like he is right now, the 3 sentry wards, so that he can just immediately start bursting down that Clinks.
I think he also wants to make sure that none of these camps are getting blocked out, right? It's worth it just to keep the map control going, and they really are starting to breathe down the necks of Sparking Arrow somewhat. They haven't really been able to get out here, and they've been spending a lot of time just fighting on their side of the river, kind of for the mid lane, dealing with constant pressure. They do have another Chronosphere that I think they're looking to use. OP God gonna head forward. He does have a blink. They're gonna get the lasso onto the Tree Protector. Maybe not the best target, but it is gonna be a free kill. So Sparking Arrow just with the 5-man gank. Lina did end up going for the Aether Lens at the end of the day. So just wanting that really long range in the fights.
Yeah, I mean, if you get anyone going on you, DD.
Yeah, in the river, a little bit of danger. Here comes the Mystic Flare. Tries to turn back around, but that's straight into the Spectre. Hurricane in the tank, a little bit more damage. Red Panda getting surrounded by spiders. OP can't really help him out. Is going to put down the Firefly now, but he's instead going to be chased. Chronosphere onto 2.
Nice Chrono.
He's going to put out the damage. They do have the auto attacks. Blood going to be brought down. Now they turn their attention towards YDS. Jump forward from OP God, and that will be a double kill as they turn around.
Well, there's the value Burning Army coming out at level 7. Team fight working out to perfection for them. And, yeah, nice little turnaround. You know, it was a little bit unlucky there onto the Lina that you weren't able to get off the full array of spells, but that's the price that you pay going for these powers. You constantly have to keep the pressure up, go for these sorts of risky plays, but against a Broodmother, it's just so much more punishable.
Void is going for a little bit more of a fighting build this game, the Mask of Madness into the Diffusal Blades, so do you like this compared to the Maelstrom?
I don't mind it considering the lineup that they're up against, but we thought it was a Diffusal Blade on the Broodmother. It's actually an Ags.
Can they close the gap here? Stomp, Mystic Flare, good damage, but maybe not enough. God King pretty tanky there with the Strength Treads and did not have the burst. And over at mid lane, Blood just getting caught out, chain stunned, and brought down. Nice lasso usage. YDS charging forward. Jump in, looking for the blink stomp. It's a complete whiff, and Erica actually TPing into a stun, so it takes them a little bit longer to get this initial kill. Fantasy is there with the follow-up, and looks like OP will also be brought down. Nice 2-man stun from the high ground. Buyback now from the Batrider. They really want to keep this fight going. Jafu with the blink away, but Erica maybe not going to be able to get out of here. They've still got the heals on him, but the bashes are coming through. Fantasy manning up on the fight. Jafu comes back in. He's got the Stampede. He's got the hoof stomp, but doesn't go for it. Instead, just getting slowed down. OP with the sticky stacks. Felix also arriving to this fight now. Just going to pop out the Burning Army. They will end up losing the Void, but Centaur will be the price. And YDS has managed to just slink away and find himself a regen.
I was about to say, really enjoying the aggression coming out there from the Faceless Void, playing it to perfection. You know, waiting for those key spells, those stuns from long range to come out from DD. He realizes how squishy he is, but with a buyback being expended, the fact that your Void still died, it's a bit of a concern for Sparking Arrow.
Yeah, that does kind of suck. But there's just so much fighting going on. There's just constant fights on the mid lane. Everybody turning up. Spectre, turning up at every opportunity. Blood has changed plans a little bit, item build wise.
Yeah, I accept
it's just going for the Ags now. So, I guess a little bit more of a farming item. Maybe anticipating that this is going to go a little bit longer, and not in the position that he maybe wants to be, getting any solo kills. So maybe needs to farm for kind of a 3-4 item timing instead. Looking like Spectre's going to be the target up here. They do have a Chronosphere available, and pretty good damage contribution from the Clinks. Is it going to be enough? The living armor coming through. Erica, can he retreat into the trees? He gets bashed at the last moment. Still able to keep on running, and he's out of there. His Broodmother not so lucky, the recipient of another lasso at mid.
The fact that your Spectre can be ganked like that and the Broodmother still goes down, it's like, what are these other 3 heroes really doing? You know, Fantasy is going deep, trying to get some wards up and enable that additional pickoff for the Broodmother once the Ags comes up online, but not feeling it.
Yeah, they kind of go mid here, but, YDS TPing in, not really finding any kind of initiation. God King starting to just take over the Dire jungle. They've got a couple of nice wards, so he should know everything that's going on. Just be able to keep on farming up here. And DD, great farm on him. He's got the Boots of Travel picked up. Is going to be going for the Shadow Blade next. So Probably Silver Edge before too long this game. Definitely going to be a big help.
Felix should be dead.
Jump forward. They're going for Erica here. I don't know if they're really going to get him. Stun, Stampede. He's going to get out of there. OP God does have a TP scroll available. Just going to go for that immediately. Jiafu chasing on the other side. Maybe looking for Red Panda, but does not see him. And
Might be in a little bit of trouble here if they try and go deep. Where's our Centaur? He's actually TP'd all the way back, so strongly I feel about that. They overcommitted onto the Clinks before. You know, you have a DD. He was on his own, right?
Yeah.
You have Blink Stomp, you had DD, and you had full stacks of Retaliate, and you had the Mystic Flare, and they popped everything. There
just to
wasn't
make
really.
sure.
Yeah, but I feel like you could have at least held off on something. Like, don't use the Retaliate, for example. So that you can have it when you do rotate towards this mid lane, maybe try and put a bit of pressure onto this mid tier 2 tower with your Broodmother, but see here it's given them time on Sparking Arrow to rotate back and defend.
Oh, they've got another lasso, and Felix has scouted the Spectre over here. That would be a great pickoff if they could get it. Erica, I think, realizing though that something is on the way, does go back. His team is coming to connect, and OP actually just going to reveal himself over on the outpost as now everyone is arriving. Does get a nice little blink away, but the dagger is still chasing him. The Stampede's on cooldown, but Fantasy just with the walk forward could go for the overgrowth if he needs to, but they don't even need to pop it. Jiafu with another whiffed stomp at the back lines, but looking like Red Panda still going to get run down here. Kill for YDS with 5 heroes arriving bottom for Keen.
Yeah, that's the thing. The onus was on Sparking Arrow to make something happen there. They didn't have any outposts at the time, so the play was right from the Batrider to go for it. It gave God King at least a little bit of topside, so that he could capture the Dire outpost, and now he's pressuring the tower.
Felix is dead mid. He did manage to get the tier 1 down. I think that's not a bad trade for him. Opening up a little bit more map control against the Treant Protector. But does end up dying.
And tier 2 as well.
Yeah. Okay, so Blood, a lot of mobility now. Just going to be going for a BKB next. He's really taking full control over this Radiant jungle. Doesn't mean that there isn't as much, space for the Spectre to farm necessarily, but that's the nice thing about the Spectre is you can kind of take farm that would otherwise be suboptimal because you can always just join the fight instantly, right? So it's not like other carries where farming this camp over here on the Dire feels absolutely garbage because there's just no way to get to your team, but the Haunt kind of allows you to do some slightly different stuff.
Yeah, and that's exactly where you want to be, right? You're right in the middle of 3 different towers that your team can TP to, just in case they try and get aggressive on Sparking Arrow's side. And
Fancy Stampede, nice little knockback, still getting ticked down, and OP God will find the kill. That was the Burning Army committed.
But yeah, just having a look at the vision that they've got right now on Keen's side, it's all in the Radiant jungle, like you've been saying, so it enables that Broodmother to make a lot of stuff happen on the aggressive side of the map, and then, Vector can just take that safer farm and get the TP support if the smoke gank does eventually come. So I'm liking that from Keen.
Felix scouting, they do have a lasso available. Jeff, we're just going to go for the blink away. And they're just continuing to run at them top here. They do have a Chronosphere also available. The Yule is getting picked up for DD, so did not decide on the Shadow Blade in the end. Might still go back for it a little bit later on.
Yeah.
YDS, kind of greedy, has gone for some boots of travel of his own, but he's rocking the Philosopher's Stone. So just gonna keep on farming up, keep on playing for that late game. It seems to be going okay for them so far. Win probability even favoring them a little bit, despite being behind on net worth and experience, though Dota Plus has always been a little bit biased when it comes to Spectre.
Yeah. See here with Erica. So when he was farming up on that top side in front of the tier 2 tower, that was because his Haunt still had that 30 seconds on cooldown, so he needed to be somewhere that his team could really easily join him. But now that he's got it back off cooldown, just farm in these different areas, his team starts to roam around, and it's a bit of some movement happening here.
Yeah, they were going on Fantasy, but instead it looks like it is going to be Sparking Arrow. The one's getting gone on, the Haunt comes through. Can they get the Void? That would be a nice target, but instead just the Witch Doctor and the Batrider are going to be brought down. The Chronosphere now finds the Brood, trying to join this fight, and Felix makes quick work of him. YDS also getting chased down. Felix looking like the next target. Does just eat a spiderling quickly, and are they really going to let this Clinch just walk away? They're going for the Void instead. He has been silenced up. Follow-up stun, good burst damage, along with those Manta Illusions just working him. So he does get a double kill, but they lose 3. DD walking over. Not going to be the easiest to find this Yules on the Spectre, but he is pretty fast. So they know which one's the real one. They pinged it out, but he's straight into the trees, and now they might just be looking for a little bit of a turnaround. Fantasy closing the gap. They do have a Dust on the Spectre. They're a little bit off the mark there with the Nature's Grasp. BD trying with the stun to defend. Red Panda does come TPing in now, and Keen,
run away.
Yeah, gotta be careful not to overstay their welcome. There are some respawns now coming through. Fantasy just sticking to the tree line. OP's still looking for him. Do we have a Stampede? We do not. Nice knockback into the lasso. Erica thinking about the fight. Jump forward. Jiaofu wants to go for this. Felix going to be the target. Buyback immediately from the Tree Protector. And now Blood also arriving with that Aghanim Scepter. So just the non-stop fighting continues. Nobody willing to back down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that buyback. You know, what does it accomplish? Have his overgrowth off cooldown.
Yeah.
Even have a TP, and it was essentially just for a living armor if the team fight was going to continue.
Yeah, he could have held it for sure, right? If the fight actually happened, then you can buy back living armor, but
yeah, I mean, now if Sparking Arrow take an aggressive team fight, they get a win on their side of the map. You might not have that, well, you won't have that buyback when you need it to defend against any sort of aggression. And it's going to be longer until you're back up online, so that living armor, when needing it on these buildings, isn't going to be available.
They are really struggling to keep the lanes out on the side of SAG. That is the one downside a little bit of picking a position for like the Clinks, right?
Yeah.
He can go and he can scout and he can set up kills for you, but he's not really going to apply a whole lot of pressure to the lanes. So
they know this is happening in the Roche pit as well, but they can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, not going to get over here fast enough. And with that, Age is going to get picked up for the Spectre. Erica just going to go right back to farming. Does have the Haunt off cooldown, just shy a little bit of mana. And SAG, the gank squad is back out in full force. Chronosphere back up in 8 seconds time. And it does seem like Void, you're just going for
Shadowblade?
Shadowblade, I guess. I just don't see the other component anywhere.
Yeah,
Lasso, but they've got the overgrowth helping to protect Blood. They do get the follow-up stun. Here comes the Chronosphere, and that should be enough to secure both of these kills. A few more auto attacks through. Jiaofu kind of thinking about this fight. Comes walking over. Still got his Blink Dagger off cooldown, so should be okay.
Here's what I was talking about, 60 seconds until this Treant Protector's back online. You've got a Siege Creep as well in this mid lane. They're going for more kills and popping the Burning Army to do so, but they can just continuously push.
Yeah. Now they're going Jaffa. They know that he doesn't have the Blink Dagger available. He's still pretty tanky, but this is a 3v5. Erica jumping in, just going to immediately go for Felix, kills him off instantly, and now jumps further forward onto the front lines. They try to turn onto the Spectre, but not a very easy kill. YDS waiting over here, has the Ancient Seal in a second. He's getting chased down. DD just going to go Red Panda. He won't be able to escape. Void gets slowed. OP also daggered up, but does get the blink away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
In the end, Keen still able to find a couple of nice kills. It's just very difficult to deal with this spec, especially if you don't have the Chronosphere.
Just seems like a bit of an odd choice. They even used the glyph during the middle of that team fight. It felt like just for the multi-shot for all the heroes that were standing near the tower, just for that little bit of extra damage. And do you really want to take continuous team fights against this Spectre when he's got the Aegis? They pop so many abilities, onto her, and haven't even able to take her down the one time.
Yeah, it's I guess they felt like, okay, we got a couple of picks, we're in a decent spot, maybe we can try for something, but yeah, you do have to be really careful about overextending against this Keen lineup. What do we have going on? So DD's just working on a BKB.
Dire's top tower.
It's the overextension plus the fact that they had the advantage. It was a 5v3 scenario, and they had a siege creep. Questionable top side. Trying to make some stuff happen here with Erica still playing very aggressively, realizing the strength of that Spectre at this stage. One level away from that level 20 big power spike coming through with what you would think is the plus 400 health.
And God King's actually just going for a Satanic here.
Okay.
So it picks up, I guess he's gonna disassemble the Mask of Madness.
Yep.
Maybe Satanic Butterfly. further down the line, but Civ for him, I guess, just doesn't want to buy the BKB this game, so feeling like the status resistance plus the Manta is going to be enough for him.
I wonder if he's going to go into an SNY then as well, just for the additional status resistance. A bit more of the heals as well coming.
Yeah, maybe. Keep our eyes peeled.
Is under attack.
Arcing Arrow smoked up. What kind of vision do they have? Not really a whole lot, and this is a pretty dangerous cliff to be running up. And Keen are showing the Spectre at bottom, but that doesn't really give you a whole lot of intel. I think they may have just spotted the Broodmother.
That's a tree that they're going to find, but it's a tree, you know.
Yeah.
Alright, take 2. You've got the lane pushed out. The tree is dead. There is no glyph. They want to try and make something happen here. You've got 1:15 left on this Aegis on the Spectre, and you've got the Haunter. Maybe just hoping to wait for this level 20, which you might get from this wave on Erica. Be very keen to fight.
Yeah, I definitely think they could force a fight here. I don't really see... are they close to anything? They've got the BKB on the Brood. SAG just taking out this top tower, but Keen, is this really just going to end up being a farming Aegis? We'll just have to wait and see.
Dire's top tower.
They're kind of setting up for mid.
Middle tower is under attack.
Pressure forward. Popping the glyph just yet here on Sparking Arrow's side. That they're going to let that creep die, but quite that feels a little bit
Dire's top tower is under attack.
wasted glyph.
Well, they gotta be careful on the way back here. Felix getting spotted. There is a sentry and a dust. He's very caught out. Brought down now. OP God also trying to make his way back to the base. Age is going to be reclaimed in just a couple of seconds. Erica is going to have to be careful after that. And SAG, once they get the Clinks respawn, could go looking for a fight. Yeah, OP God already popping the Firefly. Going to be looking for the lasso. Blood needs to get out of there. Okay, so nothing really comes of the Aegis. They do end up losing YDS at mid. Quick little combo there from DD. And they've got one more. Lasso back onto the Centaur. They've got a Chronosphere for him if they need it, but I'm not even sure that they will. The chain stun is ridiculous from the Void. And, well, 2 nice kills. Even without the Clinks alive, they've still got the Chronosphere available. Fantasy now even going to get dusted up himself, trying to buy a little bit more time. Pops the Overgrowth and goes for the TP out. Okay, that'll keep him alive, but I mean, now no Overgrowth for 100 seconds, and gonna be pretty tricky to take this next fight if it does come their way.
Overgrowth, no glyph, and a ton of damage coming through onto the tower. They do get the ability to use the glyph once more. It's much riskier prospect. Clink's getting very, very close to getting that Desolator.
Yeah, he's got the Orbit Destruction as well. They go for the Haunt now. Red Panda definitely dead. Can they get anything else, though? Erica, I mean, he sees OP God, does not see Felix. Blood still running forward.
They're so fast. Even this 608 movement speed Broodmother not able to catch it.
Yeah, this is...
Tanic is getting real close as well for God King, and see what the Roshan timer around that is, because it's going to be potentially respawning in 1:15. That was like a quad bash hit on the Ancients that he's had. He's got some good RNG this game, you'd have to say.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty well. I'm just trying to size up how the late game actually looks here. Like, it almost feels like the Chrono and the Lasso are just so good. Like, I'm really wondering if those are going to be that's the big problem for Keen. And if the Void stays neck and neck on net worth with the Spectre, shouldn't have too much trouble, you know, killing the Spec in the Chrono, especially with the help of the Clinks. So I guess as always, it's going to come down to a bit of initiation. But
especially now that you've got this DD bottled up on the Void. He's finished his Satanic. Even something like the Spectre can just get immediately popped by the...
And DD queuing up an Aghanim Scepter as well. So the damage on Sparking Arrow just kind of continues to grow and grow and grow. And I don't really know on the side of Keen where the extra damage is going to be coming from. Blood's just going for a little bit more utility. He's looking for a Hex. Erica has picked up a Basher, but not going to be going for the full Abyssal. Does just want the Butterfly, so it's kind of some damage. They do have the Ags on the Skywrath Mage, so maybe look to YDS to be the big damage source in these fights, so long as he's able to stay alive and spam out his spells.
Yeah, he got picked off previously when he had the third component delivered, just had the point booster remaining as something that he wanted to pick up, but man, being able to hit 3 different things per Arcane Bolt is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and you can kind of, as we saw there, you can start picking up some pretty decent farm with this, so could get even more items a little bit further down the line. He doesn't have the level 18 just yet. What's our Roshan situation? So still about 2 minutes to go. Pretty long respawn.
I'm liking the talent choice from Fantasy, going the 24 Nature's Grasp damage. I've seen a couple of people in recent times going for the heal, but it does not do that much at all.
The plus 24, the plus 48, it's just like, that's plus 48 total. It's really just not all that impressive.
Yeah. So whenever I see it, my eyebrow just raises up.
Oh, Erica seemingly not the target that they want to go for. And now with the BKB, they get the lasso off on the center. They do pop the Haunt, looking for the fight. They've got the Chronosphere over onto the Bird Mother, but where's the damage? Felix getting silenced up, and here comes the Overgrowth. So Blood is actually still alive, gets up and starts getting the auto attacks off onto the OP God. Fantasy looking to finish him off with one more punch. It's a 3-for-1 thus far. Faces Void with this double damage, having to clean up the fight all by himself, but he's getting silenced up. He pops the Satanic, but it's 4v1. Nowhere to go. The gem also going to hit the deck. Oh boy. Well, they just
all the way back in base as well. Like, just the power of not being able to get that initial pickup. It actually started perfectly for them. Everything that could have been popped defensively was by the centaur, but still able to just turn it around with the remainder of their heroes.
So the Lina just like BKB TP'd, right? Like cast like 1 or 2 spells and then just got out of there. I was looking at the team fight recap, and they didn't get any damage from the.
All good. I will do the play-by-play as if we were watching the radio. There's nothing happening, so it's all good. Don't worry, it's in beta. It's fine.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Never blame yourself, Kip. It's never your fault. Oh, aggressive movement coming through here. Blood, he's going to get found out by the lasso. Oh, and there's so much happening in this team fight. They're trying to burst him down before the Insatiable Hunger comes out. He gets it off, but doesn't get too many hits. They're still able to clean up 3 heroes against Sparking Arrow, and with the Courier as well, scouting out the Roshan. They're going to be able to go through onto that, get up the Aegis and the Cheese. So looking pretty good for Keen Gaming right now. Perfect time. Said he was low, I didn't say he was dead. He got up to like 15%, but was able to get off the BKB and just 1 or 2 Insatiable Hunger attacks. Being kited around a little bit. In the meantime though, Spectre and Skywrath able to do the bulk of the damage. Man, I'd give the cheese to the Spectre as well. I don't know about having the Centaur hold it. Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I guess. I mean, he doesn't have Radiance, right? So in this situation, you're like, right, let's just completely ignore the Spectre and go on someone else. So at least by giving the cheese over to the Centaur, you're having 5 heroes for a bit longer.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
find blood here. Great overgrowth. Tilt. Oh. Oh. You hate to see it. You really do. I mean, you can't ask for much better Blink Dagger reveal than that, right? 3 men, I think that was at the end, just to lock everyone in place at the end. And yeah, that no BKB really meaning that you need to just be perfect on the Void in terms of, you know, what you're holding.
FY, he's found himself no tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's no tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for no tail as Zame comes in for the kill.
I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just knows, I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
Yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage in the fight. One of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Eric's did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm missing ninjas here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Zame to have this invis rune. And Zame will show himself. Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing without rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, we'll find X-Nova.
Seb, and as well. Between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Seb.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He is toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. The Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees, he's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level DPL.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Freaks. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Jerax doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, see, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink calls as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, full I've Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for the Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character's going to get FY, there with the snowball save, he's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out, Seb goes for the TP, they've got the stun to cancel though. Seb held back for now, Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the stride, but Thompson, he's trapped.
Turn to ban.
That's twice in this series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people.
King Gaming's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Keen Gaming's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Keen Gaming's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Keen Gaming's turn to pick. Radiant team pick.
What's your way?
Radiant team pick. Keen Gaming's turn to pick.
Earth Shaker.
It's honestly, again, they've gone this style where they don't push out waves all that easily. And if you do with this Earthshaker, you really have to forcibly commit to it with your body. It opens up being ganked a little bit easier, but see if they're keen to get it. Punish the the support style picks. I like the Bane in recent times. You know, the change around with his Enfeeble, I think, is really good. The status resistance and increased magic damage, I'm really enjoying it lately. I just wish they switched it around to Nightmare is still on E. They switched it to Q, and I'm like, what's going on?
Remaining.
Yeah.
Radiant team ban. Radiant team pick.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I feel like it is a big difference on the feed script, right? Like, let's assume that you are just level 7, right? And it will never happen. But let's just say it's just at level 1, and they get a really early BKB on the enemy hero. So that's 15% more.
Keen Gaming's turn to pick.
Puck!
It's just with 1 point, though. 1 point. And that's
10 seconds.
like we were saying before, it's not just about yourself. What I'm saying is as well, it means that when other people start to join in, I mean, how long does the enfeeblement last? 8 seconds. So that's a long time to be able to follow up with it. It just means that Bane can start these team fights a lot easier.
Seconds remaining.
I mean, that's a you problem, you know?
Phantom Lancer.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yep.
Radiant team back.
Oh, it worked the first time. Oh, we're gonna get to see this game. Beyblade, it coming out. I just love it, you know. I was speaking with a few people just a bit earlier about school Saturday morning
10
cartoons.
seconds remaining.
Friend Charlie Yang talked about Zoids, how he wanted to see Zoids back on TV. Nah, I'm all about that Beyblade and Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Let it rip, and it's time to duel. Duel. What do they need? They need.
Keen Gaming's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
You know, I would have said the Meepo too, but Shaker kind of puts a dampening on that. I'm saying it, Magnus. Magnus is what you want. Just the perfection of my predictions is just throwing you off, Cam. That's all it is. That's not out of the ordinary, especially in China.
Keen Gaming's turn to pick.
Well, they ban out the Razor here at Keen, which suggests that they're going to be going for something melee-oriented. I just want to see some War Dota, you know?
10 seconds remaining.
They get rid of the electric here
5
to do it. wrong. It's ridiculous. The Void's. I honestly think it's the best hero in the game right now. Oh yeah, it's just getting to it. That's the problem.
Admiral Concar.
Yeah. Where do you go?
Ten seconds remaining.
It's not an OD game, is it?
Choose your hero.
Yeah. It's looking a lot more even at the drafting stage this time, at least. Barking Arrow. Nah, I'm going Keen. I just think they're going to be able to completely remove supports from the game on this side. I just don't feel like the Earthshake and the Bane are going to have any impact at all. Yeah.
Yes. Haha.
Prepare for battle.
Poking and prodding happening around the dire outpost. See, guarded as much as they can. He would have been able to scout out as well some of the items that they've got. God as Felix. Now for when that observer goes down. Yeah.
The battle begins.
only bought one set of tangos on God King to start, and as soon as they secured those couple of bounty runes, 3 couriers all left the base to start delivering items through Sparking Arrow's side. 2 of them already making their delivery, and the baby Roshan just stuck at the tier 2 tower, wanting to make sure that way that they're going to snipe it. They should know though, considering they're fighting against them in this lane, and yeah, here he comes.
Oh.
Up as well. Galfu, he's in a little trouble if he takes one more right click and a burn set. That level 3 is such a huge power spike for the Bane. Until he gets to it, but there's this big creep wave that I can tell Keen's playing around it, you know. Oh.
First blood. My wounds run red with first blood.
Yeah. Got the healing salve as well, topping him up, and that's the big danger about fighting under these creep waves that aren't perfectly balanced. You know, they were taking a ton of passive damage from the creep. Yeah.
Step lively now.
I mean, it gets him to pop a bit more of his regen. He's going to have to worry about a bit more. It's queued up, so maybe that plus a salve is what's coming next. No, he switches it over to a bottle. It'll require some of these supports to actually get over to his lane to make sure he can secure that 4-minute one.
Yep.
True. Get lucky he will, so the fact that Earthshaker's on the top side, spending a minute and a half there, get all too much done. I mean, that level 3's out on the Bane. It means that they need to switch over their harass priority to this Pangolier, you feel. He's still going for Jiaofu for now, but...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's in trouble. Run, man.
Bounty.
10 out of 10 rotation, red Panda. Don't walk back into this. I suppose he's blocking off any sort of...
Is under attack.
and level 6.
Good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, not the boots. It's Korea just surviving. His name's actually PSG LGD here. Okay.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Made a few heroes here on Keen's side just to be able to protect this tier 1 tower. They don't want the jungle to be opened up and Spectre to not have as many places to safely farm.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Odd choice there by Red Panda just to use the Nightmare aggressively onto the Lich. I mean, like you were saying before, they didn't really have... Oh man, was that a solo kill? No. Okay. But yeah, not using the Nightmare on yourself when you've got a boat incoming, it's a little bit odd.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
3v3.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. Tanking it up as much as he can. This Kunkka, I wonder if he's going to use the Ek marks just to be able to... is that another kill? Oh, second rotation. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, the fact that they're able to do this onto the Spectre despite committing several heroes to the mid lane to take this tier 1 tower is a real huge win for Spiking Arrow.
Top tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Erica's chasing God King, but not doing all too much at this stage.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
bot lane. The action's happening here as well. You've got a rotation through from OP God. He's trying to get this kill onto Lich. He did his job though. He distracted, enabled God King to get out because a lot of that aggression was focused around taking down the PL. So able to do that is a pretty big win. Downside is though that they've got this siege creep still whacking away at this tower. I think Erica, will look to tank up some of these hits. That creep survives, but haven't done none of it. I mean, when you think about it, once you max out that Phantom Rush, yeah. Yoink.
Dire's bottom tower
Mine.
is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Good to have at this stage as well, and the puck. His rotations have been solid, coming through that Spectre a couple of times, and trying to do something else here. Maybe catch YDS. Hit up onto his levels.
Dire's bottom tower
You want to get a big amount of effectiveness out of that first Rolling Thunder.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They've got Haunt as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Understanding.
And not wanting to use the Echo Slam. I'm thinking, what were the comp happening there between the Puck and the Earthshaker? Because you saw at the end, Puck was available. She was there. She had the Arcane Root, she had the Dream Coil available, and Earthshaker was on 4 different heroes. So, could have got that off. You might have been able to snare maybe 2 kills out of that team fight for your team.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It just seemed like a fall down of communication, right? Because it was either you commit to it and you get the Echo Slam off, or you just get out completely, but can't take the middle ground and nothing happens.
Radiant's bottom tower is fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let's go to spoil again though. Talking about all these slows that are happening within these team fights, it's just a question of when is Felix really going to start making an impact in this? Because he's gone this, let's call it an unconventional build with the Bracer being picked up. Oh, he got no mana. I mean, yeah, it's good to stop a lot of this magic damage coming out and just that little bit of extra survivability, but we haven't seen a single Echo Slam. And, you know, you talked about previously with the Timbersaw getting carried around with the no boots on the PL, like how are they going to avoid all of these slows in these team fights? Same sort of thing applies for this Earthshaker, right? Like, surely if you're going to commit to a bracer so you can have an impact in the team fights, you need to get, at minimum, a Windlace, just because you're going to be going up against the slow from the Dagger, the Torrent, the Star, the Centaur, the multiple slows on the Lich, and even the Lucky Shot on the Pango. Trying to funnel him in. Full wipe. Yeah, I mean, first Echo Slam used 17 minutes into the game onto a solo Centaur War Runner who already has a cloak and a Vanguard and isn't dying. I think they committed the Fiend's Grip onto him as well. I mean, is that the target you really want to go for?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah. Gone into a mechanism as well. It's coming out on the career for him now, so maybe they're trying to take a team fight right now, considering they don't have the other Chain Cross, they don't have the Haunt just coming back online, and sure, they're lacking the Acro Slam and the Fiend's Grip, but that Dream seems to be what they need to be fighting around constantly.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, feels much more like that Radiance game this time around. He's got the survivability for himself through the Coco run, through the Frost Shield coming through from the Lich, and of course it's just a great ability against this Phantom Lancer and the Earthshaker as well. Just hashtag value, that's all it is. He's gone in. Minutes in, already getting 90% win probability. You know, we talked before about what a Spectre does to Dota Plus, and even now it's a 7k net worth lead really early on. Up into that Radiance, only about 1,000 gold away, and he's in no threat of being pressured on this bot side. They've taken the outpost, one tower, lacking a little bit of vision, I suppose, but having a couple of heroes there to give the exact same service benefit. time, obviously, still committing the Echo Slam to get that initial initiation onto the Centaur Warrunner, but just here is a little bit out of position on Key, not able to back him up this time around. Turn around though. Nice stuff. Nuts. Oh. Oh, saving Private God King.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Heavy commitments though to be able to save him. Eye back on the Earthshaker. Yeah. Dream Coil expended as well, just to make sure that Spectre couldn't continue chasing. Not the longest of cooldowns, so not the worst, but it could cost them their tier 2 tower on the bot side. Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Found him. He's got the vessel as well. Oh.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And that's a dieback on the Bane as well. Yeah, no vision for either team, but despite that, 2 full team fights went out, and only at the very, very end did Bane try and get off the Fiend's grip. So just the positioning from him is a little bit off this game, and it's costing his team. The Pango.
Nah.
Invisibility.
Yeah, good luck trying to Fiend's grip this Pango anymore.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Oh, it's tempting. Oh, are they going to try and go back? Heroes there, right? Oh, no, just 2. Wow. Nice evasive action. Oh. Man, poor Shaker. The man just wants us to blink.
little bit careful.
He's here as well.
Onto
He's
the
low.
Spectre. Yeah, he's really not all that healthy, but the Radiant's still helping him out a lot. The Torrent dealing with the illusions, and Phantom Lancer not looking that tanky either. OP does get the phase shift off. Hoping for a blink, but does get X straight back in, and he is also dead.
Man,
Oof.
your point before just is becoming more and more. Sell the brick. So get the Blink Dagger you need.
Please,
for your
Felix, your team needs you to land an Echo Slam if you have any hope this game. I mean, sure, you are playing against the Spectre with a Radiance, so Blink Dagger is not going to be the most reliable thing for you, but come on, man.
You gotta do it. I mean, maybe he wants it to combo together with his level 12, so he's just
Maybe.
letting it happen with his farm.
Letting the Philosopher's Stone do the work.
Yeah.
Ooh, getting heals up here. No Stampede for 5, and this is a pretty good combo from DD. Leaves the Chakram out, runs after, does have the Timber Chain now. Fancy does have the Sinister Gaze, but
Oh, they
nails
blocked
him
him
with
off
the Timber
too.
Chain. Now he's blocked in. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to use. So, wait.
Like that AoE gold as well.
They're just letting
Shaker.
him go with the Chakra.
You
Alright,
can
Blink.
see he literally immediately bought it
20
as soon as he had the gold. Like he was
27
spamming
minutes.
that
Here we
quick
go.
buy.
DD's in the Roshan pit. I mean, I guess they do have 30 seconds here. Gonna go cap the outpost quickly. What else is happening? YDS slowly making his way over. Is he going for a Maelstrom? Yes, he is actually.
So they've got some good vision here of this courier coming out here on the dais. They haven't scouted out this observe ward to bring it to him, so they know that they need to be cautious now of this Blink Echo in the same fight. And that's why they're not doing too much to try and dissuade them from Roshan. You know, maybe toss a Torrent in there just to give him a bit of vision, but good block off to prevent that.
Does seem like they are going to be able to secure the Aegis for themselves. Erica and Blood still coming over. Going to see if they can get any kind of a cleanup. Red Panda looks like he will be the sacrifice. Just kind of tanks the gank. Hope he got able to phase shift away from the X mark, so he's going to be all right there. God King still farming this camp, sitting here with his Aegis in hand. Felix got the blink, but he doesn't have a TP scroll, so gonna have to find a little hidey hole for a second, and he is bringing the courier over with a couple of TPs. Bit of a stealth mission.
Hugging the trees.
Oh man, Pupil's Gift on the Spectre. So Erica with a mean 3,000 HP at this point
Looks
in the
so
game.
clean, you know.
Yeah,
Nice round number.
they've really cleaned up a lot of the numbers, right? Like the MMR, you can only be in numerals of is it only 30 because party games give you 20, right? But it's always at least divisible by 10. And,
Yes. He's good.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, that's
I think he saw them and was like, "No, I'm out of here." Haunt coming through, but I think TP's going to be okay. It's a pretty long one. He's TPing over to the wave. Looks like there were already some TPs there. Felix, he didn't make it out of the trees with his TP earlier. Erica finds him, adds him to the collection. Still number 1 on net worth. DD is over here trying to cut waves as well. It looks like. Is that the plan?
I mean, it's all that they can really hope for at this point. He's going to try and get that level 20 up for himself, try and use that to be able to turn around.
Coming out here, did you get the grip on the YDS? Do they have any way to interrupt it? Yes, they do. Centaur jumping in to help out, and now Pangolier gets off the Rolling Thunder. Erica a little bit low on mana, but already beyond godlike. They're trying to bring down Fantasy. But here comes the Rolling Thunder. Phantom Lancer just getting focused. That's life number 1. They do have a Hook Stomp available. Blood setting up the combo. PL do have anyway. How beautiful timing from the Kunkka. And there you go. That Phantom Lancer Aegis. Blink and you'll miss it. Timbersaw, no interest at all in joining that fight, seemingly.
The power of Comfort Heroes to be able to just make that easy turnaround. Also picking up the Orb of Destruction here onto the Spectre, so this mid tower is going to be dropping a little bit quick. Man, one thing I didn't even notice before is that Earthshaker, Felix, who was trying to escape from the haunt previously, I think he popped the Echo's plan just to be able to try and get away.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
No team fight for the next, well, at least until Pia comes back up.
And with that, they've lost the lane of Rex. Keen, I guess they can just back up, go and grab a couple more items. They've got the butterfly delivered. Shivas now for the Kunkka. Everybody just fully itemizing against the Phantom Lancer because there really isn't anyone else to worry about. This is kind of the problem that you will sometimes run into as the Timbersaw, right? He's only got so much damage. He's got a ton of survivability now, but what does it really matter?
Trying to go again onto the Xiaofu.
Here comes the Haunt. What are they looking for? Red hand to the first target. Nightmare buys him a couple more seconds, but that's all it's going to be. DD with the Yule does send Kunkka up towards the air. They're just looking for the Phantom Lancer on the backlines. Here comes the Stampede. Xiao with the Echo Slam does come out. They're trying to keep their Phantom Lancer alive, but Blood's there with the Blind Torrent.
I think this
Sets it up.
is pretty GG to the extent he's going to get clipped by the end of that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Timber's still alive and on full HP. 328 HP a second, but...
I mean, that heart, it's fine, but if you're not really doing the damage, what's the point?
Yeah, I kind of wish he'd... Well, he doesn't even really have the mana to sustain like an Ags, so...
Yeah.
Yes, this might just be where we part ways with this game.
I mean, with the decision to go on the Centaur every single fight, I get it. You know, you want to be able to take the Stampede out of the fight. You're having such problems with maneuverability already, but he's got a Crimson Guard. He's got a Titan Sliver. He's got a Hook. How are you going to kill him?
How tanky are you, DD? He's pretty tanky. Nice 5-man Fisher. Pump fake in the rolling foot. He got off doing his thing, cutting some waves, buying some time, but Spectre's just getting bigger and bigger. Are we at 100%? Yeah, we're at 100%. Touchdown.
100%. Unthrowable.
The unthrowable game.
Timber's getting on it again. He's tanking up. If Reeves is going to come back up online in 2 seconds, and nice Dream Coil too.
Oh, it's 11. Ducking in to join this fight. The Spectre's actually a little bit low. How much damage can they actually do? They're once again focusing the center. They do get a good grip onto the Kunkka, so his BKB being a little bit wasted. The Phantom Lancer losing about half of his HP. YDS still in the middle of everything. Kunkka's dead, sure, but what else can they get? Erica just going to go for the TP out. Pangolier still in a little bit of a suicide mission. All right, he's going to hand the gem over. DD chasing for a little bit more, but Yules is off cooldown, a little bit light in the mana department.
Unthrowable. It couldn't happen, could it?
I mean, what do they need? It's not like PL is like a rapier hero, but he is going for a Silver Edge. That could help. When's Roche? Still at least 2 minutes away.
I think today he might have to be a rapier hero, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. Man, this Centaur is enormous. He's got a Titan Sliver and an AC.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Building into a heart next.
Yep.
Dude.
I guess we just chill out for a second. They do have the Haunt back, but SAG feeling like they have to make some kind of a play with these heroes. I think going high ground would be a bit of a misstep here. I don't think you're trying for force buybacks or get any damage on that tier 3 whatsoever. So yeah, just gonna grab some farm on their way back out, steal away some ancients. Maybe they can get some nice neutral items at the next timing. They do have this Aghanim Scepter now up on the puck, so it's quite a lot of control for OP God.
Level 18 as well. But I'm sitting in his stash, so effective with the Arcane Rune popped it as well. So I wonder if they try and go for something in the the multis. When that seemed to have happened, it's Keaton's had the
Alright, I have to get out before the team fight starts, because as soon as you said level 18, the only thing that went through my mind was 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt. Level 18.
Yeah. Pretty pog.
Good. Well, King Gaming smoked up, making their way out. Roshan still 30 seconds away, at the very least. Felix has a Glimmer Cape now.
Feels like they're just trying to lay these arrows out as bait. You've got all the barking arrows sitting behind him.
They've got the Haunt ready as well. What do they see? They've got good vision on the high ground. They see the Phantom Lancer farming. Blood's going to go running forward. Yale's got to be a little bit careful. All right, the Torrent not going to catch the real one. They're smoking again. The SAG here is actually ahead of their Phantom Lancer, heading up. If they can just beeline the Spectre, They could kill the Spectre while she's not there with her team, and Erica is continuing to show on these waves. SAG are running for it. This is maybe like the one play that they have, but I think Erica realizing that something's a little bit wrong. And yeah.
Oh, they gotta
full
make a
stealth
choice.
mode.
This is the communications. Do you go for Erica or do you go back to your Phantom Lancer? Because you gotta get something out of this.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so they capped the outpost, so they've revealed where they are. Double damage getting picked up by Jeff, but they've got the high ground advantage, but the Haunt is going to reveal everything. Felix getting gone on, they just smoke up, but Red Panda still getting chased down by Erica. He's got the Fiend's Grip available, but he gets the Nightmare out and a Brain Sap, living for a little bit longer, wasting some more time. That's the first casualty of this fight. Echo Slam on top of the Centaur, but he's a big beefy boy, and Felix getting brought down by the Rolling Thunder. Where is the Phantom Lancer? He's chasing around Blood on the other side of this fight, but that is a Kunkka with Shivas. DD now isolated, trying to help his supports. He's going to be the next one to fall. SAG really trying to fight this one out, but
I mean, it was him and so the Phantom Lancer and the Puck were both committing onto Blood when he's got this BKB, he's got a Shiva's Guard, he's tanky as all hell.
yeah, the tanky Tricore once again just working for Keen. And Roshan's up, so Aegis and Cheese ready to be claimed. Erica gonna pick up the Basher. What do you do?
No longer unthrowable.
Oh, no, 99%. So you're saying
Yes, there's a chance.
Dire's middle tower.
I mean, I don't know how it fixed that. Maybe now it's back at 100, you know. No Echo Slam for 65 seconds. Timbersaw on the sidelines, probably going to have to force his buyback here. You've got Waves constantly pushing into the base. OP God, he's not going to be able to stick around and deal with these catapults, you would think.
it believes in the Silver Edge, Danog. Trust in the power, the majesty.
Let's just wait for it to update, shall
Yeah,
we?
we'll see what happens. Still 99. Still 99. Jump in. Nice Nightmare. Precast Red Panda. But Jeffrey just going to turn his attention over toward the buildings. Doesn't really even have to take the team fight. He's going to keep beating in. They do get the Fiend's Grip onto the Spectre, but he's still got the Aegis down from the backline to get the interrupt. So now Spectre is unleashed, and he finds the target. And two supports spotting back. Pangolier a little bit stuck here above the Ag's Dream Coil, but Phantom Lancer just can't afford to stand there and auto-attack anybody. Nice two-man torrent as well. Blood just setting them up as Erica knocks them down. Fisher from Felix. He does have an Echo Slam in a couple of seconds, but I think he might not have a team by that point. Timbersaw now dead, and Felix has had enough. GG called. Keen on their way to the fountain.
The Echo. He doesn't even try for him.
Disconnected.
Oh, okay, well, that'll do it.
That'll do. That'll do for this series as well. King Gaming, very similar strat both times. This